Jamar Chase, bottom of your screen, right behind Stanley Morgan, needs 10 yards to set a franchise record. This is Chase on first down.
Here he goes.
And this will do it. Third down and 20. Pass caught, but not enough. Taken across. Third down and 7. Keenum can't find anyone. Backpedaling. And now has some running room. And Case Keenum picks up the first Browns first down of the afternoon. He's won games for 6 different franchises. Third down and 9, and that pass is dropped by Anthony Schwartz, the rookie out of Auburn. This is Williams, and he will pick up a Cincinnati first down. It's only one team gets a bye. Allen throws, broken up.
Nice play.
Terrific defensive play.
We still had segregation at that time, Kenny. It was not officially abolished until 1954.
Pass caught by Donovan Peoples-Jones for a first down.
Pass me the ball.
Second down and 2. And Chubb picks up another Cleveland first down. Turbo set. Second down and 7.
It is.
Chubb inside the 30, first down and more to the Bengals 26-yard line. Play action. Keenum, Landry inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Jarvis Landry. Play a 17th game. Third down and 7 for Allen and the Bengals, and Allen goes down. Back at the 20-yard line.
That's what caused all the sacks.
First and 10, 42-yard line. The quick out to Peoples-Jones as we head down and check in with Lindsey. Second down and 2. This is Schwartz. Lindsey.
Well, Kenny, he was also saying the fact
the quarterback play wasn't as good from last year to this year, and that could be the difference.
Keenum's pass caught, and then a big hit. Flags come flying. On second down, Johnson up the middle for a Browns touchdown.
Oh, that's going to be an electric atmosphere.
With the Madden Cruiser on hand. Third down and 16. Catches made by the tight end through Sample. It's no Vilma Cruiser. You got to fly home tonight.
Yeah. Just give me the Vilma private jet. I'll take that.
Third down at 11. We know Carissa enjoys that type of travel.
I wanted to do the icky shuffle, man. That was awesome.
Brandon Allen back on the field. He was shaken up during the last Bengals possession. What a second and third effort by Chris Evans to pick up a Cincinnati first down. Bengals hoping to end that drought next weekend. Allen hit, ball comes loose, scooped up by Clowney, and then he lost it. Drew Sample falls on it back at the 37. Lose a timeout.
And they have third and a mile.
Yes, third down and 33. Allen, Evans out of the backfield. Evans taken down at the 49-yard line. Might have worn a short sleeve shirt, as he did on many occasions while coaching. Second and 3 as Johnson picks up a first down out to the 35-yard line. Keenum in trouble. Lost the football.
That might be a fumble.
Bengals recover, and it will be taken in by Trayvon Henderson. Town Chiefs jerseys in the crowd. Not an NFL game. Third down and 8. Keenum to the outside, caught by Jarvis Landry for a Browns first down, all the way out to midfield. 22-yard catch and run.
That was in a big chunk of the Browns offense.
Second down and 5. Keenum's pass caught. Johnson out of bounds, stopping the clock. Another Cleveland first down, 22 seconds. Ninth play of the drive, longest in this first half on either side. As Keenum fires, and it is Schwartz makes the catch. First down at the Bengals 11.
They might go to that same route combination they had on that first and 10, excuse me.
Keenum to the end zone, and this one is picked off and taken back out by the interception of Keenum in the final seconds. Mike Hilton comes up with the pick. Second down and 6. On the toss, it's Williams. And Williams with a good second effort picks up a Bengals first down.
And that's going to serve them very well in the playoffs.
Off the fake to Williams. Allen's pass caught and taken out to midfield by Stanley Morgan. Now second and 10. Bengals trailing by 7. This time the catch is made by Mitchell Wilcox. Takes it to the Browns 39.
Yeah. I mean, how can we not talk about the Saints? What they've been through to start the season, displaced for a month. 4 different starting quarterbacks still in the playoff hunt.
Brandon Allen on the sneak. Second down and 14. As Allen is wrapped up, down he goes. Back at the 23-yard line, Myles Garrett. He was kicking for the Chiefs 2 weeks ago in their game against Pittsburgh. He went 3 for 4 from the left hash. Fry's kick is good. Mayfield led the Browns to the postseason last year. As Keenum throws near side, Harrison Bryant makes the catch. Yeah. So even though it's the non-throwing shoulder, still a pretty big issue.
Yes, of course. Definitely is.
There's Johnson, found a hole. Picks up a Browns first down. From the 43, Chubb back in the game. And Nick Chubb is inside the 20. Finally forced out of bounds at the 8-yard line of the Bengals. Third and goal from the 7. Keenum throws. Catch is made by Landry. On 4th and goal, Keenum throws, and that's incomplete. He was looking for Peoples-Jones.
He had him. You never want to have the opportunity of 2 chances winning you're in, and now you're praying for other teams and outside factors to get it done for you.
Allen's pass broken up, so the Bengals go 3 and out.
Rushing hasn't been there. Passing game okay at best.
Third down and 1, and Johnson will move the chains, picks up a Cleveland first down.
Trying to match the blitz with their defense is some tough outs, man. Tough outs.
There's Johnson, stays on his feet, cuts to the outside. We'll talk about that 2004 draft class. Second down and 5, Johnson. Keenum quickly out inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, Demetric Felton, the rookie out of UCLA. Might have been equal. Third down and 10. And nice the catch is made for a first down by Trent Taylor on 3rd and long, gain of 15. Third down and 7. 4.5 to play. Allen fires over the middle, wide open, it's Taylor. And Trent Taylor picks up a Bengals first down, took a hard hit at the end of the play. Finished with 1,473 yards, that's 18 more than Chase this season. When we spoke to Zach Taylor yesterday, he said in his mind the franchise record is the priority.
That's the first thing you're taught as soon as you get to any of these franchises.
There's Allen on 3rd down. Dumps it off inside the 10, down the sideline. Evans and he steps out of bounds. Allen on fourth down. Catch is made by Evans for a Bengals touchdown. So they go for it on fourth down, and it pays off. Allen's pass incomplete, so it remains a 5-point game.
No, they were not on the same page there.
Keenum on the sneak.
Fitting.
And that will do it.
That's fitting.
Cleveland will finish with an 8-9 record during this first 17-game season. Bengals 10-7. They will finish in either the number 3 or 4 spot in the AFC.